Hello and welcome everyone to another CTC software webinar. My name is Chris Bircher, Director of Technical Services here at CTC, and today we are going to go over a tool called Sheet Assistant from the BIM Project Suite. Before we begin, I want to encourage all of you to ask questions throughout the webinar in the questions panel. I will do my best to answer them as we go throughout today's webinar, and I will certainly make time at the end to answer any remaining questions at that time. I also want to mention that this is being recorded and will be posted to our YouTube channel to be reviewed at your convenience at a later date. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. As you all know, getting a good-looking set of construction documents put together in Revit can be quite the challenge, especially when it comes to getting your views on your sheets to align with other views on other sheets. That back and forth process of nudging this view this way and then trying to nudge that other view the same way, or using the guide grids or creating your own little grid system that you can sort of snap to. It's kind of a pain. It takes a lot of time, and there really just ought to be a better way to do it. What's out there right now just isn't that great. So today we're going to show you our tool Sheet Assistant from our project suite that will do exactly this. It's going to help you align your views amongst multiple sheets, create layout configurations, and kind of get everything put together for you. So today what I hope you guys get out of this is how we can get a hold of the new app and take advantage of it, and where everything is in the UI. We're going to go ahead and define how the alignments and apply them to multiple sheets. Show you how it can be used to create new sheets and place views on said sheets, or create new views if necessary. And then we will go ahead and create a couple of templates for use on future projects. So with that said, we'll just kind of get right into the demo. I'm not a big fan of death by PowerPoint, so away we go. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this project. It's kind of a mess. We got everything. You can see I got one good sheet and a bunch of bad sheets. So Sheet Assistant will be our go-to for today. You can find it on the CTC Software tab, CTC BIM Project Suite panel, right? That's our tool set. And it's right here, Sheet Assistant. So we'll get this guy fired up. And now I will show you a little bit about the layout here, and we'll kind of get right into it. So Sheet Assistant's broken down into a couple of different areas, right? So we have the ability to set up a template right here on this configuration tab, but then we also have the ability to reference alignments from sheets in the model already, and then we can go ahead and apply either the template or those current sheet layout to a series of target sheets and views on those sheets, or use it to create new sheets with specific views placed on those sheets. So we'll kind of go through and hit on all of that here. So I'm going to start with referencing a sheet already in my model, which is A201A. It's my good one. I'm going to use that here, and I'm going to go ahead and define the configuration for it. So in this case, I want this one to be the left side and the bottom. That's a good corner for me. So you just select a view, set your alignments. I'm going to grab this one. I want this to be on the right, but at the top in this case. And then for this view down here, right bottom is also good for me. So now that I've got these three set up, I can go ahead and pick which views I want to apply it to, or which sheets I want to apply it to. So in this case, I'm going to grab all of my other plan sheets, these ones right here. And so a few of those are open here on the background, so you'll get to see those change. So I'm going to select all of these, grab select all, because I want to apply it to everything, and then hit apply. And you should see in the background, each one of these sheets should update to the exact same configuration that I had. And if I pull this out of the way, you can see everything is in alignment, in consistent alignment with each other. Floor plan, schedules, notes, everything's working out the way I told it to. So that's a quick and easy way to go ahead and take a sheet setup and apply it to other sheets, right? So the next step is using the layout from this file to build new sheets, right? So I need ceiling plans. I don't have any RCPs in my browser here. So one of the things that I need to do is create that and then go ahead and apply that to my model. So if I click new sheet here, I have the option to specify my title block and which fields that are important to me. So in this case, I'm just using sheet number to keep it simple, but I have the option to select the fields and add to this. Maybe it's not just sheet name and sheet number. Maybe sheet sort order is a field that's important, because we have a unique browser sorting mechanism that we want to use, or discipline, or maybe you have it organized by some sort of construction package or something along those lines, or an issue date. So you can go ahead and, if those parameters exist and are sheet parameters, you can go ahead and use those in this list and fill them out at the same time. In my case, I'm not using either of those, so I'm just going back with basic sheet number and sheet name. So I can go ahead and start typing these out based on what I need and the number series that I want. So we go lower level RCP area A, we'll call it. And then I can go ahead and hit enter, and it creates a new row. So depending on how many sheets you are looking to make here, it might make sense for you to go ahead and build out the sheets and number them first. Sorry, 401A and A401B, and then go back and then name them. And you can do a quick copy paste. If those are being repeated anywhere, B. So you get the idea. Main. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Main level area A. Oh, I forgot to include RCP. Main level RCP area A. We'll copy that. Paste it into this one and say area B. All right, we'll just do these 4 sheets here. So then I'm going to hit create. And first thing it does is it creates the sheets, throws them in my browser where they would fit. And if I was using a discipline order or a sheet set order, it would put them in the right spot based off those values that you input. So now in this case, I get to go ahead and define what I need. So currently, all that we know is that I need a floor plan and a legend and a schedule. And that's based off of the view of the sheet set over here on the left that I had previously defined. So I need to match that. So in this case, I have 3 options to choose from: duplicate source, existing unplaced view, or skip it. So I don't want to duplicate my floor plan. I've already got my RCPs in here. If I scroll up, you can see I've got all my ceiling plans and the dependent views already created. So I'm going to use the existing unplaced views option and choose from that list. And this list will only show you views that are not already on a sheet. So you don't have to worry about guessing or trying to remember which one is which. Same thing with my legend. I can go ahead and use an existing unplaced view for that. Now, if it's a legend or a schedule, we're not looking for, even though it's grouped under existing unplaced, schedules and legends can be on as many different sheets as you want. So instead of creating a separate category for legends and schedules, you just go ahead and use the existing unplaced column, and we're good to go. And then with schedules, I've got a lighting schedule I want to use here on my, I want schedule. And there's my light fixture schedule. Okay, so now that I've got those assigned, I can go ahead and effectively do the same thing for the remaining views. So we'll grab this, and we'll grab area B, and grab my legend, and grab my schedule. There it is. Now, and then you would just go ahead and do this. Oh, I scrolled and changed my schedule on me. There we go. And you would just keep it going ahead and setting those up as you go along. Now, in an effort to not make you sit here and watch me fill out sheets all the time, I'm just going to go ahead and apply the two setups that I did to these two sheets. So I'm going to, but before I do that, I want to make sure that my alignment is good. So here, it changed up on me because I wasn't paying attention. So I need to go left top, and right bottom. So now we're good. And now I can hit apply. So it's going to go ahead now and take those views, apply them to the same layouts. If I scroll back down here to my new RCP sheets, 400A and 400B both now have those three views on them. And if I open that sheet up, you can see it has the exact same layout as the other ones do. With the, if you want to get specific, you can tell we're looking at the exact same positions here, which is fantastic. So it did exactly what I told it to do. So now we can go ahead and talk about building templates or alignment templates. So, this is a nice, easy example. It's a floor plan, right? In some cases, it's only the floor plan because it's just that big, right? That's easy. You go ahead and you pick, top left or bottom left, or, it may be it's on the other side of the sheet as your anchor point. It doesn't matter where you put it, as long as that's where you want it to live. So if you go ahead and set that up, and then you can hit save on this. So if this is the layout you want, you hit save, you give it a name, and we'll call it CTC Plan Sheets. You hit save, you pick where you want it to go. You can see I've already got a couple already. And once you've got that, you use the configuration tab to load those templates or those alignment configuration sets that you've created. So you would hit load, you click browse, go find one of the ones you want to use, and select it, and it will go ahead and show you what it looks like and tell you what the alignments are. So we know that this is the one I just made, so let's grab a different one and see if it's any different at all. So here's a schedules alignment that I made. It's got two schedules, both lined up bottom left. So if that's what I wanted to do, I can hit select, load that in, and it knows we've got a schedule used here and a schedule used here. And this happens to be a door schedule that was split into two sections. So, and I know that because I used this project, so it remembers which schedule I used. But if I wanted to go ahead and apply this to a sheet, for example, I can go ahead and I think I can use these. No, those I already have. So I'll make a new sheet, and we'll just call it A603. Oops. And we'll call it schedules again. Hit create. It's in my list. And now I need to pick which schedules I want. So when you load a template in, the only option you get to do is either skip it because you don't need a particular view at that point, or you specify from the list of unplaced elements in your model. So in this case, I can scroll down to schedules, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a furniture schedule here. And in this one, we'll grab we'll grab the furniture system schedule. And I'll click apply. It's going to put them on the sheet for me. And there they are. Here's the two schedules. Well, in this case, they're right on top of each other because I didn't pick a split schedule. I used two other schedules. So it is what it is. So to recap, Sheet Assistant does a splendid job of allowing you to build sheet configurations or alignment configurations, either from the model or loaded in from a template, apply them to other sheets to get them to follow suit as the original or as your source, or use them to build new sheets and add new views or existing views to those sheets, all within a handful of clicks each time. So that concludes my demo today. I want to thank you all for joining. I do appreciate you guys joining us every week. Thank you all again, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.